Okay, let's have a look at the elixir type utility skills. They also have a few things in common, one being you drink them, the other being the tool belt abilities work like you throw them and it will grant something to you and your allies. So yeah, let's take a look at them. We've got the elixir B. When you drink it, you gain fury, might, vitality and swiftness on a 40-second cooldown. I like it. It's 4 really good buffs. And it only gets better when you start pick up some of the elixir trade line skills. So yeah, it's good. Then there's the Toss Elixir Build skill. 20 seconds cooldown. It will grant you either Fury, Might, Vitality or Swiftness. I don't really like it because it's 4 different things it can grant. If I should do something, I probably just wanted it to give me all of the 4 things actually on a much shorter duration, like 4 seconds or something, because then you could drink the elixir B and keep the durations longer with the toss ability, that, or maybe just always give might, because I don't see why it have to be this random. But it will grant you something, and your friends, I got might, and that means my 4 friends would also have gotten might. They all gain the same thing. So yeah, that's elixir B. It's quite simple. Elixir U. When you drink it, you gain quickness, and you get one of the what can you say? It's a sort of condition, a self condition from the 3 different classes that got that can gain quickness. It's the warriors, it's the thief, and it's the ranger. The warrior is the one that get frenzy when they use it. You take 50% more damage. Quickness is the ranger. You cannot be healed during that time. And haste is the thief one. Regenerate, no endurance. So yeah, that's the one. When you drink it, it goes faster. Everything you do goes double speed. So you can shoot quite fast. And I don't know. I don't use it much. It's not my type of skill. I don't really like quickness, but yeah, some people do. And it's fun to use when you're stomping people, that's for sure, because you do that in double speed as well. But yeah, that's the elixir U. When you toss it, you will create a random spell, because you need even more randomness. It got 3 different abilities that it can grant, and I will try cover them all with a video clip. So yeah, I'm gonna toss it now, and then I'm gonna toss it until I get all the abilities, but I'm gonna skip most of the waiting. Let's take a look what we get the first time. We got the whale. That's a mesmer ability. When you run through it, you gain stealth. Also, it's an ethereal, I think it's pronounced like that, combo field, which means when you shoot it with a projectile finisher, the enemy will get confusion on him. When you make a blast finish or a leap finish in it, you will get chaos armor. So yeah, that's a vial. That's one of them. Let's take a look at the next one. Okay, let's see which one we get this time. The smoke screen. Okay, this is a thief ability. As you can see, when enemies shoot in it with projectiles, they will just get destroyed. Even the trap he just threw got destroyed. Okay, let's have a look which ability we get this time. It's the wall of reflection. That's guardian utility skill. As you can see, when he shoots, the ability gets reflected back at him. Any projectile shooting at the wall of reflection gets, as the name says, reflected back. It's also a combo field light, which means projectile finishers in it will cure conditions, and blast and leap finishers give area retaliation. It's a very powerful utility skill actually, and it's one of my favorite. So yeah, that's 3 different spells that you get when you use these Toss Elixir U. Elixir Yes, it's one of my favorite utilities because it's so powerful when you do a lot of solo play, as I do. It's stun break, which means you can instant take it to break stun, and then you shrink yourself and you evade all attacks. That's really powerful for 3 seconds. You'll still take damage from any condition that was placed on you before you drank it, so you can still die to that. But you can do everything while you're in this elixirs. You can storm people, you can revive people, you can't use your weapon, like a pistol or rifle, but you can swap to a kit and use those skills. So you can do like this, and then you have your flamethrower, and you're like a little guy with a flamethrower. So yeah, that's elixirs. It got a few bugs going for it. If you play an Asura, the camera will mess up a bit, but I can play with it. Some can't. But I hope they soon fix it. But it's a good skill. The toss ability is, I hate it because I always want stealth, but you either get stealth or stability. I think it should give both stealth and stability because that wouldn't be overpowered. It's fine. I think stealth and stability would be fine. But if I had to pick one of them, I would take stealth anytime. I got stability there. But yeah, that's elixirs. Let's take a look at some of the other elixirs. We got R and we got C. That's the 2 remaining ones, I think. Yeah, it is. I really like Elixir R as well. It's a stun break as well, and when you drink it, you will recover all your endurance. So that's 4 new dodges right there. The toss ability is the really gem in this one. It's an okay area field you will toss down that will give 20% revival per second for 6 seconds to any friend or yourself that is downed. And I'm going to show you how it works by getting downed by this guy. And will also cure conditions. But you can toss it at a downed friend, and then he will get up. It will take 2 ticks when they just got down. So yeah, I'm going to get down now. And as you can see, I start to heal. And I do it faster than he can stomp me. If he's a lone player. And you can also use it to get your friends up, as I said. So it's real cool. I really like it. It's a nice one. And I'm going to show you some of the stun breaks right now. So yeah, that's Toss Elixir. It's great for group play. Yeah. XCC, drink it. It will convert all conditions into random boons. And the toss ability will convert one condition to a random boon for allies, but it will also do that for yourself. It's a decent condition removal. That's for sure. I'm going to see if that Necromancer is going to stack something on my remove immobilize for swiftness. And he's a shitty Necromancer that don't use many conditions apparently. But yeah, I drank and I removed the 2 condition he had stacked on me. But yeah, that's the Elixir C, and that's the Elixirs. I think Elixirs is in a pretty sweet spot right now. Mostly, and I'll cover that when I talk about trade lines, but mostly because their trade line is so powerful and really can buff them up a lot. And they also see a lot of play in instructed PvP right now and in World vs World, and it's a good solid choice for new players to go with 1 or 2 elixirs and a kit when they do stuff, because they're easy to use and quite powerful at what they do. But yeah, that's the elixirs. I'll take a look at the gadgets. Let's have a look at the gadgets. The gadgets utilities. I really want to love gadgets because it's gadgets and everybody likes a good gadget. But overall they see very, very little play, because most of them just ain't powerful enough to take over elixirs or kits. And that's a problem, I think, because that makes them pointless. Many of them have either is the gadget too weak or the tool build ability is too weak, and that's for different reasons why they are weak. But one of them is often weak, and that's a problem. But anyway, a few of them is seeing some play, and I'm going to cover which one of them that is. But let's take a look at them. One of them, those I have used a few times in a static discharge build, is, and I've seen other people do it, is the utility googles. It's a decent one, but I think the cooldown should be lowered with like 10 seconds. Anyway, what it does is it breaks stun, and it gives you blind immunity for 10 seconds, which is really powerful in a burst build, where you have this combo you want to do, and a blind can really screw it up for you. Also, it grants you Fury for 10 seconds, so all in all, it's the recipe for setting up a powerful burst combo, because blind immunity and Fury, and it will get you out of a stun. That's okay. But the tool build ability, which also works for setting up a powerful burst power attack, because it grants vulnerability for 8 seconds, is real good, but the cooldown is just too long, I think. Maybe like 30 seconds would be better. Lowered with 10 seconds, maybe 20 seconds even, but 10 seconds, that will be fine. And then I would probably prefer 20 seconds and then lower the duration to like 5 seconds. But yeah, that's analyze, and it looks like this when you use it. And then you just give it the vulnerability. And when you activate the utility googles, not much will happen, and you get this little boon that increases critical chance and immunity to blindness. But that's the utility googles. Okay, another one that I've seen some play in one of my builds is the rocket boots. I really like the rocket boots, and I think it's a cool concept, and I use them for rocket kick. It will grant burning to the enemy. It's an AoE burning actually, so if people stand on top of each other, both will get burning, and it will give some damage, and it's actually a little leap. So if you stand in 300 range like this, and it's on a short cooldown as well, I think, you will leap to it and then give them burning. And that was one of the reasons I stopped using it, because it got some targeting issues. As you saw, I was in range with it, but it still missed. And I hated that. That's a problem. But it's still one of the good tool build abilities if they just fix that. So yeah, that's the rocket boots, rocket kick. The rocket boots, on the other hand, will be perfect in my build, because it's a stun blast. No, sorry, it's a stun breaker, and it's a combo finisher blast, and that's awesome, really awesome, just what I needed. The problem is it's a stun break that stuns you, and that's just silly. It also cures immobilized, crippled, and chilled, which is awesome as well, and it will punch you backwards. So it's perfect. All they need to remove is this self stun. It puts on you. I don't understand why it's there. It also gives a fair bit of damage, but yeah, this is how it looks when you use it. Bam, and it's done. It's just stupid. I knocked myself down and stunned myself like a stun when I used my stun break. And I think all they needed to do to make this a really good gadget that we see play, I would use it, was to remove the self-stun and fix the targeting issues. That's all. But they haven't done that. Why? Don't ask me. Okay. My rant is over. Throw mine. I see some people use this one with bomb kit, because they share a trait. I think the concept is cool. that you throw down this mine like this, and then the mine is just laying there, and then you can detonate it and it will explode. People can't block it, first off, and it will knock back people when you use it, and it's also a combo field blast, so that's awesome as well, and it removes a boon from the enemy when they walk over it. And I often want to put this thing into my builds, but I just never have the room for it. I just can't justify taking it over one of my kits, but I think it's cool. I want to use it. I think maybe if it removed more than one boon, because I think one boon is a bit too low, because the type of enemy like a dagger elementalist, where I really could use this boon removal, they just get the boons up too fast for this to help, and it actually can be hard to hit with it. So if it removed like 2 or maybe even 3 boons, then we got then we had something going here. But anyway, it's still cool, and I like it. The tool belt ability, on the other hand, is you'll plant mines around you that explode when people walk over them, and you can make it explode. But the radius is too small, and the damage sucks, and it's not really. It needs I think it should have more damage, and then maybe even a little knockback on it, or maybe make it a blast finisher when you detonate the field. I don't know, but a little more tweaking and it could be quite easy, and it would be worth it. But right now the damage is too low, and yeah, it's one of the bad ones, I think. But yeah, that's the minefield. No damage at all. Yeah, let's have a look at the other gadgets. Okay, the remaining 2 gadgets is the personal battering ram and the slick shoes. Let's have a look at them. Personal battering ram, it will launch a target foe for some damage and a knockback. It looks like this when you activate it. Bam! And you send a flying, which is quite awesome. Decent damage, but the cooldown on this one is just too long. Lower it with like maybe even 25 seconds. I don't see why the cooldown has to be this long. I like to compare it with the Warrior's Kick ability, I think it's called, and I think that one got like 20 or 25 seconds cooldown and does about the same thing. So yeah, please lower the cooldown on this one, and then it would probably start to see some playing. The tool belt ability works quite well with it actually, because yeah, 25 seconds, that would be the cooldown on it if you ask me. But anyway, because that's the same as this one. And the combo nice, because it's you shoot out this ram head in front of you that will cripple your enemies and deal a fair bit of damage as well. So you could like instruct the PvP, knock them back, and then shoot cripple at them, and that will make it harder for them to take more time for them to get on the point. And that's what it's all about, instructed PvP sometimes. So yeah, that's a personal battering ram. Super speed, I can show you it right now. It gives me double movement speed for 5 seconds when in combat. I don't like it. I think it's silly. We got so easy access to swiftness, and they don't stack, so I don't see. I really can't see the use for it. Long cooldown as well. I think it's a bad one. The slick shoes, on the other hand, I think they're cool. They will spray all behind you, and that knock down foes. So yeah, and it lasts for 1 second, and I think it's cool. But I think, as you can see, she got knocked down there. I think the cooldown is a bit too long. if they lowered the cooldown, and then it would be better. Also, it blind people underwater, because you can't knock down people there apparently. It's water. I think it should add blind as well when you knock down people, or maybe cripple. And then a shorter cooldown, and then I think it would see some play. But yeah, that's the slick shoes. So yeah, elixirs are great, but torrents need work, but they already talk about that. Gadgets need a lot of work as well, but for me the gadgets seem easier to work on, and some quite simple things they could do that would make them work, but they just haven't done that, and I don't understand why, and I really hope they soon look at gadgets, because the concept is really cool. But yeah, that's the utilities of the engineer. Let's finish off with our elite skills, and they all suck but subdecrate, sorry to say it. But yeah, supply crate, it's awesome, and it's one of the best one-on-one small scale elite skills. It will stun for 2 seconds, it will deal damage, it's a combo finisher blast, and it will spawn 3 torrents, a flame torrent, a net torrent, and a healing torrent. So we will get regeneration when we stand here, because that's what the healing torrent is doing. The flame torrent will shoot at people, and the net torrent will immobilize people. And it will drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 medkits that you and your friends can pick up when on low health. So we even get healing in it. It's awesome. It's the only one I use actually. But I think it's a good elite skill. And it's pretty much the only one that see any play. But let's have a look at the others. Not much to say beside this to the supply crate. Okay, let's have a look at the mortar. This elite skill works like a kit that you place on the ground. Other people can use it, and you can use it as well. All the abilities got a range of 1400. That got buffed recently, so that's nice. It's AoE damage, all of it. Where you have to, it's kind of like using the grenade kit, and it fire these mortar shots that explode when they hit. They fly quite slow. The auto attack is just a damage dealing typical attack. The second skill is like box of nails. It will shoot and create a field that cripple people, and gives them bleeding stacks as well. And it can be quite powerful if people can't move away from it, which means it can be used for defending towers in World vs. World. Number 3 is launch elixir, and that's creates a healing field that heal for a fixed amount every second in 5 seconds. So that's used to shoot at your allies. The fourth skill is ice shot that creates a night combo field ice that gives chill to people every second. So it can stack an okay amount of chill in a decent AoE area. The last ability, oh, just a moment. The last ability will launch several different several mortar shots, and they knock back, and it's a huge AoE. So let's shoot here, and they go off. So yeah, the mortar, that's the skills. It has a lot of problems. The first one being, you can only really use it in World vs. World when you attack or defend a tower, because that's the only time people will stand still long enough for you to be able to hit with it, because you need to stand still and they can move. So when people start attack with the ramps on the gate, then you can probably use it a bit, but that's it. The range is shorter than our traded grenade kit, you, as I said, need to stand still. The damage ain't even that impressive compared to the grenade kit. So what most people that I see use it is they put it up on the walls when people attack the tower, and then they fire all the skills and then they leave it there. It also got life, so it can be destroyed, and yeah, it's really just useless beside defending in a siege. I sometimes take it and build it and give it to some of my warrior friends that haven't equipped the ranged weapon when we defend, but that's about it. So yeah, the mortar. I think it needs a lot more range and faster projectiles to be any kind of useful, and a damage boost as well. A damage boost, longer range, and faster projectile travel. Then we might be able to use it for something. But yeah, that's the mortar. Okay, Elixir X. When you drink it, we transform. We transform either into a tornado or go on to a rampage. The tornado is a elementalist ability, and the rampage is a warrior ability. If we are in the water, we will either become a whirlpool, which is the elementalist ability. That's like that one is really powerful. Or we become a plague form. It's a necromancer ability. So okay, tornado is the only one on land that is. I don't know. I can rant a lot about Elixir X, but I can't see any serious play with it. It's fun to use sometimes. It's fun when you do a jumping puzzle to drink it, because both the tornado and the rampage got a lot of knockdown abilities, and you can toss people around with the tornado and knock them down and stuff like that. But I don't like the idea of one of our elite skills will give us a random elite skill from another class, first off, and I don't like the idea that it's some of the bad ones actually, because you don't see many elementalists using tornado or warriors using rampage. So yeah, I'll only drink it one time. I can't be asked to show them all. And I got the tornado, and you can see I will knock that golem around, and you can like make it deal more damage with lightning, and you can blind people with the blind effect and the lightning bounce, and you can put in stones to knock back them even more. But yeah, it's a fun play around, be silly elite skill, and I guess that's something, but I don't see it as anything useful. That's really when I do anything serious that I won't ever take it. But yeah, that's Elixir X, and that's the last utility. I'm done. So yeah, that's all for this time, and look forward to the next video where we will have a long talk about the trait lines of the engineer, which traits are good, which one is not so good, and yeah, as always, please come with your feedback. What did work, what didn't work, did you enjoy it, what should I do different next time? Anyway, see ya.